just going to reduce the flow on this. So what's actually happening right here is the caustic has filled up the bowl. It's gone up through this, through right here, through the inside of these little donuts, coming up and out this pipe, and that's how I'm able to get caustic from other side over to here. Now bear in mind that no one's actually showed me how to CIP this machine. This is kind of what I've just learned by myself. We have some pretty clean beer around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go top down. So a nice even flow. Again, you don't want more than 20 psi or so. Who knows how long this machine's been sitting here? For the most part, the top should be clean, but there's always some malt dust around on it. Alright, so I know that the top's all coated. Then I'm going to start with valve number 2 right here. I'm just going to get the whole body of the machine. Once I get valve 2, I'll get to the buttons underneath. Now when I use this, I don't want to, sometimes there's some grease on the outside of things. I don't want to actually rub the end of this into any grease because otherwise it'll pick up a bunch of, go into the CO2. So I'm making sure that that stays off of all the bodies of any stainless steel. But that I get a full coating underneath all this platform piece. They get covered in beer on the end. So ideally the CIP at the end gets most of that, but this will allow some contact time just to make sure that it all gets a little bit of a caustic soak. Then what we'll do is we'll get a little bit of caustic over in this area, because that's where a cam will get, and then some over here on what's called the sniff cam. Okay? So now we're technically done with the caustic. So what we're going to do is close our product valve. And if we don't, then if I was to open this, it's in a pressurized environment, so caustic's going to come shooting out through the top of that, hit on this pedestal and get everywhere. So we can relieve the pressure one of 2 ways. We can either open up this valve or the main overflow valve. Either way, just make sure that there's not a bunch of stuff shooting out of here. And then you can open this one very slowly. So we'll rotate this by to get all 12. You'll start to see this plug a little bit, and that's just because you're not getting enough O2 to replace the headspace. It'll drain faster than this is open. So while we're waiting for that to drain, we'll drain our bottles. CMEC does apparently sell something called CIP cups that are made of stainless steel, and I don't actually know how they work. For me, bottles work just fine. And we should have lots of them. So as that's draining, I'll give the bottles a quick little rinse. And if you see that these gutters right here are full of stuff, that means because they weren't cleaned properly from the last bottle. Glass will get inside there. Love notes. Bottle cap. Stuff. So that's one rinse on the bottles. This just had a bunch of high-powered caustic inside it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the product pump. We're going to fill it up twice with hot water.